Hi all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Wendy, a homeschool mom of 3, living a not so boring life. Here's a story of how we went from a no spend week to spending $3,600 on pest control. At the beginning of the week, I felt that our spending was getting out of control, especially with the going out to eat and buying the non-necessities. And so I figured we need to just pause our spending and spend on the necessities only, meaning we weren't going to go out to eat. We were just going to buy groceries and stick with what we have and use what we have, just to keep an account of where we're at financially at the end of the week to know what we can cut to save a few dollars. And I thought we were just doing well. I mean, in the beginning of the week, we spent around $400 for all the groceries for the week. I went with the baby in the beginning of the week. We even got myself a free cup of coffee because I had a $5 discount from Barnes and Nobles, and we even went shopping with a gift card, and I utilized my gift cards. We even went shopping on a no spend week, which I thought was amazing. And then from there we went grocery shopping, and I took her. The day went as well as it can with a toddler in hand. By the end of the day, I thought we had done it. This week will be easy peasy. So we went on the rest of the week. I came up with creative ideas on how to use what we have with the groceries that we have bought. I made a menu plan for the week. We started off well. And then midweek, my daughter noticed that there is a bunch of hornets flying above our door, front entry door, by our window near my bedroom. And I said to myself, we can take care of that ourselves. It's just a few hornets. So that night, my husband decided to dress himself up with his man-made bee suit. He sprayed a bunch of hornet spray into the area, and I said, okay, well taken care of. That's done. Well, if your house ever gets invaded with a hornet nest, don't even bother. I mean, you might as well just move out of your house. I ended up having to call pest control because that can that we sprayed into the hole didn't do anything. The next day, they were swarming all over again. It was at least 15 to 20 of them by our door. No one wanted to leave the house. Neither did I. So I called pest control. They came, they looked at it. They said, well, congratulations. You have a colony of hornets in your home. I said, well, that's great. So now what do we do? He said, I will have to go and dig holes into your closet that's right by the window to see whether the nest is behind your closet. Well, he came in with a big knife, cut a few holes, and drilled a few holes into my closet. I thought that was the end of it. No, he said, the nest is not there. What great news. Next, he said, since the nest is not there, we can't get it. We're just going to have to spray into the hole, and hopefully it will get all of them. 1 week later, we're still spraying into the hole. And he's telling me he got rid of it, but God knows. I don't know whether he got all of it. We will have to live with an empty hornet's nest that is nowhere to be found. And the next step of this wonderful adventure is that they will have to seal the hole now that they have sprayed it multiple times. And the past 2-3 days, I have hornets literally laying on my front steps. No one wants to come near my house. And the next thing they said was, well, congratulations, your attic does not look like it's properly insulated, and you might have a mice problem up there. So you probably want to get all of the stuff out of your attic, and we will have to put new insulation in there. And he said, it's going to cost you about $3,600. I said, good. I'm glad we spent $400 this week to do a no-spend week so we can spend $3,600 on pest control. So there you have it. Here's my story of how we went from zero spend to $3,600. The lesson I have learned is that you have to be flexible with your finances. If we didn't do this no spend week, I think I would have felt more guilty of spending more than we should have and having to spend for pest control. So I think we did the right thing, analyzing our finances to know where we need to cut back on, and then just taking an account of where we can cut. So we, in situations like this of an emergency, we will have money available to take care of it. So now that we have done the no spend, I have seen where we can cut. I understand things that we don't need, we can just hold off on. And to have the importance of an emergency fund. I mean, that is why we have one, is to have an emergency and have the finances available. So there you go. Make sure you have an emergency fund for situations like a hornet invasion into your home. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you at my next video. Like and subscribe.